Well, new tonight, the two missing fishermen off of Warren's Point Beach Club in Little Compton have been identified. Multiple sources tell NBC 10 search and rescue crews recovered their bodies early this morning. Here's NBC 10's Aaron Coogan with what we know so far.
Sam, police say the two victims were brothers, 27-year-old Aldino Centeio and 31-year-old Valdir Centeio. The two were fishing off a large boulder when one slipped into the water, the other one jumping in behind him to save him. After a more than 15-hour hiatus, search and rescue teams out of Little Compton once again hit the waters off Warren's Point Beach Club in search of two missing fishermen who plummeted into the water early Saturday morning.
They've been out there diligently looking. I mean, it's kind of difficult. The ocean, the water is churned up and a little bit rough.
It was just after 8:30 a.m. that emergency crews received initial calls from concerned beachgoers of a group of fishermen in the water. Members of the U.S. Coast Guard say one man had slipped off this large rock. Two others fishing alongside him dove in to help. One was rescued, the other two never resurfaced.
If they fell into the water, there could be rocks within feet right below him that they could hit themselves on, and then even the person trying to help them might slide on those very same rocks and get hurt going in, which really hinders your ability to just rescue yourself, never mind somebody else.
Police have since identified the missing men as 27-year-old Aldino Centeio and 31-year-old Valdir Centeio. Little Compton neighbors watched for hours yesterday as rescue crews with the Coast Guard, Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management, and local Little Compton PD navigated boats along the coastline. But no divers were deployed, and the initial day's search was postponed around 3 in the afternoon, only to be resumed early this morning. Local Rhode Island dive master and scuba instructor Chris Traynor says a probable explanation could have been tough conditions on the water.
Visibility here is not what you see in the Caribbean or places down south where the water is beautiful and warm all the time and there's little tropical fish. Here, just the distance between you and I is about all we usually have, so it's very difficult conditions underwater here.
Our cameras were back on the beach early this morning as rescue crews resumed the search, a much smaller group hitting the water today as opposed to yesterday.
They said it was all going to be local. So they've just been diligent going up and down. But
today's effort called off in the early afternoon hours. Multiple sources telling NBC 10 the two men's bodies were recovered not far from where they fell in. Neighbors tell NBC 10 in talking to victims today, funeral arrangements are now being made in Providence. We're in Little Compton. Aaron Coogan, NBC 10 News.